Right now I'm standing across from an abandoned school. It's been closed down for a couple years here in the 12th district. And this isn't not a rarity, it's all over the district. That certainly people have moved out, they've moved away, and this is some of the reasoning behind it. But either way, we have empty classrooms and empty buildings, and I have an idea that I'd like to share. What if we did this? What if we took our empty buildings, our empty classrooms, and we turned them into a different type of learning growing center, that we took the opportunity, maybe we bring in corporations that would sponsor certain programs and certain job corps type training, and they paid for that. Why? Because they benefited from it. It's first of all, it's their charitable efforts, and then because of what they're doing, and we create new businesses inside of schools run by students and teachers. And the profits from that end up not only gaining a piece price performance for the kids, future education, equipping teachers with adequate financing to educate in the way that they need to, and in that process also reducing taxation to public schools as well. So what are you saying, Jeff? Well, let me just give you an example. I just happen to believe that our students in America, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old, could handle a credit card call just as easy as sending someone to another country overseas, or putting parts in a box, or putting things in an envelope. And so now from, say, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening, they have the opportunity to earn a piece price performance, not an hourly wage, but that creates and teaches incentives and helps them with some understanding. They learn some skills that they might not have had, and so now they're better equipped for a job market because they're learning these things and have been doing so for several years before they enter the market. Doesn't mean that they have to be a telemarketer all their life, or an envelope stuffer, or a widget packer. Sorry, but either way the case may be, that they have the opportunity to learn some skills, and then those teachers that are involved get to utilize that time frame as educational certification that they advanced in their continued ed as well. They get to participate in the hopes and dreams of capitalism and free enterprise and the laissez-faire. And so these are some of the things that could work. And so what if we did that? What if we took maybe an idea and let them develop a business, printing T-shirts or making ties, or a new clothing industry, or a new whatever. It doesn't really matter. Let each student at each school develop multiples of these, whether they master the free enterprise system and they learn about what's needed, the process of production, ideas, research, creativity, the legalities. We teach them all these principles about running a business. I mean, isn't that why immigrants come here? Isn't this really what America's built on? That dream, that hope, that option that they could show up with nothing and end up a millionaire? Isn't this the country that things like that happen in? I mean, isn't this the home of the pet rock? So why don't we do that? Why don't we inspire a next generation and the opportunity in any way possible? So we have these empty spaces. Let corporations come in and lease them, or participate in somehow to offset the expense of that. They get to now compete in a global market because it's a piece price performance. So instead of worrying or concerned about someone making $10 or $15 an hour, we now have the ability to say, well, you could make $10 or $20 or $30 an hour based on this piece price performance expectation. Whether it's so many phone calls or so many envelopes or so many parts, and so now we have a freedom that educates. So some great things are happening around the country, and I just think that these are a few things that we could do here in America, certainly here in the 12th district. Those are my thoughts. Why don't you team up with me and let's think about it more. Let's talk about it. Have a great day.